All right, everybody, how you guys doing out there today? It has been a brutal day. So I just put this chart up in the members area, and a bunch of the members, we all wanted to go over this. They wanted me to go live, so here we are. Here's what my thought is. Okay, so when I go back through this is one of our indicators right here, right? And every time you break out of this Bollinger Band, right, it wants to pull itself in. We all know this. We all understand the basic fundamentals of the Bollinger Band system, right? It's basically, it wants to pull back in the dynamic price action back into the center, the mean. Its job is always to try to keep it right in the center. And even though your price has dynamic movement, the Bollinger Bands adjust themselves along with the mean line in the center to always be the center. So it always runs right down the center. It's always drawn back to the center. So from the top to the center to the bottom to the top to the center to the bottom. And it's just a continual never-ending cycle, right? So one of the things I want to look at here is just the recent price action and the recent cycle of the breakouts on this 12-hour. Now I am using the 12-hour chart here. I like the 12-hour chart. It's very accurate. Okay, so here's one of my issues that I just want to look at. Okay, so when you break through the 30 MA right here, so we're going to zoom into this. Let's zoom in a little closer. Okay, so when you break through the 30 MA, the first thing you do is you're going to drag up a bullish cross. So you get this bullish 7 and 30 MA cross on this higher time frame. It then just slams the price action up. Here you can see here it broke through the 50. Then you get a second bullish pop. Actually, you got a couple of them. You got the 100 and then you got the 50. Now this retraced all the way up here. Once it got through the 50, it put in a hanging man candle, and then it put in a bearish candle with a higher top. It then bounced up again. It tested the 50, bounced off of the 50 into the 200. Look at this ping pong with the 200. 250, 250, well, 7, right? Tried to get back up and then broke through the 50. And then you finally got your dump out here. So there was your final dump out of this. But the issue is you get this bullish cross, okay? You come over, and we're going to dig deep into this one right here. And you get the same thing, right? You get that. You break through. Like now here, it was a lot easier to break through because both of your lines were together. Both of your moving averages, your 30 and your 50, were just crunched up together. You broke through here. Look, it came back down, tested it. So you retraced to test it. Bounced up, retested the 50, up and then through it, and as soon as you got under it, it was all over, right? As soon as you got under that baby, it was all over. Now here you did break through the 50, broke back up bullish, stayed above the 50, broke it, stayed bearish, and then you just got this last little poke up and over. So now we're going to go down and we're going to take a look at where we're at now. This is the one thing right here that really does not make me at all. This is a freaking shitty thing. Look at this. You have a bullish cross. It isn't happening yet, but it is about to happen. This thing is going to happen. You're going to get a bullish cross in 3 hours. And unless this thing breaks down in 3 hours or throws up the most amazing shooting star candle right here in 3 hours, I can only see this going higher. Yes, I can only see this going higher here. Right? And I'll pull off my thing from here to there. Right? Stopped on the 5-0. Retraced back down, found support on the 50. So hit the 50. Pulled back, bounced through, hit the 5-0, bounced back to the 50, using the 50 as support. Now the issue is if this baby breaks out here, right? I mean, you could literally see the 618. You know, if this bullish moving average catches here, you know, you could see the 618. It's bullish. Right? This candle right here is literally the defining edge for this, right? You got the bullish cross, you got this candle. I mean, this baby needs to close out looking like this. It needs to close out like this, right? Very bearish, or it needs to just flip red. This needs to drop down below the 50 and turn red. If this thing does not turn red, it will remain as a bullish candle here. And I would be afraid of more topside, right? This is why I'm freaking staying. I wanted to go to bed early tonight. Here I am, super freaking sucky. I mean, oh my God, I was chasing this damn trade. Did I think this was going to go this high? 3,700 was my target. 3,700-ish, I've been saying for a long time, right? Right? So 3,700. I've been telling everybody the 3-day, when the 3-day bounces, it goes to 3,700. I've had this on my charts. You know, we just went over this in the members area, and that's, I mean, we knew when this thing bounced, when we got the long call, when the 3-day bounced, we knew it could make it up to 3,700-ish, right? And this is where I was shorting it. Now, my issue, and I also pulled a short on EOS. Now, that trade's doing good. The EOS trade is doing great. The trade I'm in right now at BTC, I'm scared. Okay, I don't like to be scared. I don't like to be scared in a trade. The only thing that I see that's bearish of this whole situation right here is that this green line is outside of the Bollinger Band. This is the only bearish thing I see. If I were to look at this as just a raw chart, right here, I would be looking at three things. I'd be looking at volume, number one, which is not on. I can bring the volume up. Okay, there's the volume. I would be looking at volume. Now look, you got 3.5 hours in. You're about to put a more bullish candle in here, right? This is got 3 hours. This is going to be a more bullish candle. I mean, that means that the next candle has to trend bearish. Now, the overall trend is bearish. This is the overall trend of volume. So you're basically your larger volume has been dying. It's been descending. Okay? Your volume has been falling off as this trend has moved along. We did get this big run up here, but this big run up here was on a smaller volume profile, which in the bigger picture is bearish divergence. So we're bearishly, look, we're running up here, running up with less volume. Okay, so this is bearish as this trend goes, which I still think, you know, now what that says to me, and I still count this out as a 5 wave. I count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The issue is this damn freaking 5th wave up here finished? I don't know, and I don't think so. I mean, I really don't. I mean, could it get one more push up? Could it be a double top that pushes up? You know, there's a lot of things. Like I said, you got 3 hours and 20 minutes to figure out what's going to happen here, and you need to make a decision what you're going to do with your trade here in 3 hours and 20 minutes. You know, you're either going to set some tight stop losses, and or you're going to, you know, try to play one more pop with this bull cross, right? You're going to look for the bull cross. You're going to play, you know, you're going to play a little bit of a, you know, a little game of scalpy, right? With the bull cross. Look, there's the bull cross. Very nice, right? Let's see where we get another bull cross. This one, you hear the price action was under, so you didn't get a bull cross out of that. There you go. There's a bull cross, right? Boom. Shot that sucker to the moon, right? Boom. Shot that sucker up, right? You see these bull crosses. Now, the other thing is, I don't like the fact that we broke over both the 50 and the 30. This is bullish, right? If you go back historically in your charts, every time you break over the 50 and the 30, it is bullish. You know, you get a little bit of a bullish pump up here, right? Now, it has been a lot softer as of late, right? This is it broke over the 50, very soft. Broke over the 50, even softer, right? Broke over the 50 here, very bullish. Broke over the 30 and the 50 here. Here's the first time. Bullish, little retrace. Broke over the second time, super bullish. So I don't like the fact that we've also broken over top of this, of the 50. I don't like it. Yeah, no sleep for the vamp. For the vamp is right. And we are just pushing Baby Bull Jesus much farther away. So just in the quick perspective of looking at this chart, what's bearish is this. Your macro trend of volume is bearish. Your micro trend of volume right here, though, this is bearish diverging volume still. You still are bearish in this volume. Your price action is going up. Your volume is still low. This is bearish as fuck. It is. And the price is still going up, right? This is not good. Now, in this little micro trend right here, you're probably going to do something like this, right? You're probably going to put this, it'll be something like that. You're going to get some kind of a little bullish push right here. Like I said, you got 3 hours and 17 minutes left. Now, if this all of a sudden, this candle dumps on you, right? If this candle dumps on you right here, right? You can see a bearish candle. If this posts up a bearish candle, 3 hours and 20 minutes, and this thing turns red and drops below that 50 MA, I would be very bearish. I would be very bearish if this got below the 50 MA. Now, you are trending also bearish on your bearish volume is also dropping. Right? Look at your bearish volume. Came down to the bottom right there. Which just kept going down and down and down, and then it just kind of died out. We hit the 200 MA, and we bounced off there like crazy, right? Just bounced right off there like crazy. Okay, hit that 200 MA. We've been preaching about that support for a long time, right? And right now, that's it. 3 white soldiers on the daily. Let's see. Yeah, you could definitely put 3 white soldiers up on the daily. Put 3 white soldiers on the daily. You're going to be looking for a retrace and then a further pump up. And this still right here is looking like a 5. You know how high this will go. I don't know how high this will go. 3. And then you're going to try to put in a 5, right? This is what this is looking like, a 5, 3, 5 here, right? And that's, I mean, that's going to pull us up pretty high. Unless this shit just fails within the next 3 hours, or the next candle just completely double tops out here and puts in a big fat wick and then just dies out. But I don't know. This is a real tough place to trade right now. It's definitely a tough place to be into a short right here for sure. So I think that, I'm just giving you my opinion. A lot of bullish signals here. We talked about this also on the other, listen, this is bullish, broke out. We talked about the MBT chart broke out, right? We talked about where's the other chart? We talked about here's the 80X broke out, right? You're in a no man's land right here, but this is bullish to the top line, right? This is bullish. You're bullish up in here. This is all bullish. There's a lot of bullish signals. Here is a bearish signal. Here's a bearish signal right here. Here's another bearish signal on our RSI, right? So there's a bear one. Bearish RSI if this holds, right? This has got to dive out right here. This thing has got to die. If this doesn't die, if this breaks out over here, it's going to be very bullish. Okay, you're going to have broken this other trend line. We just got this brand new trend line right here that now we can put together, right? There's a brand new trend line. You are just poking over it. Like I said, you got 3 hours left in this. This thing just needs to take a freaking shite. It needs to take a big dump. Otherwise, this is going to be, it's just going to have some more legs on it. And then I can't even get a trend line out. How do I get a trend line out of that thing? I can't even get a trend line out of that thing. If the thing goes up, there's just no way I can pull a trend line out of this. Can't do it. That's pretty much it. You break out here, you're definitely breaking bullish. Then you're only going to be able to use horizontals right here, right? I'm just going to have horizontal supports and resistances, and there's going to be your next run up. You're just going to come up and probably tag that, and then come up here and test something, and you're going to fall out because you're going to have to do some kind of retracement wave. Okay, so that's it. That's all I got. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this video and then I'm gonna